Hey everyone, we're about to jump into a pretty deep question, one that I think affects all of us. You know, how much do we really change as we go through life? And what part of us, if anything, stays the same? All right, so to really get our heads around this, we need to start with one keyword: perpetuity. Basically, it means the state of, well, continuing forever, or at least for a really, really long time. And that idea that something about us might endure is right at the heart of what we're digging into today.
So that leads us straight to the big question, doesn't it? When we talk about personal change, are we actually becoming someone totally new? Or are we just peeling back the layers to reveal who we were all along? It's a great question. Let's really get into it.
Okay, first up, let's look at how we see change in other people. Because you know what? This is where it starts to get a little complicated.
The thing is, when it comes to other people, we're always on the outside looking in, right? We can see what they do, we can hear what they say, but we can't actually get inside their head to know if that change is for real. All we can do is perceive it. But why is that perception so, well, unreliable? A few things are going on here. For one, it could all just be an act, right? A mask. Or maybe they just say they've changed to avoid a fight. And honestly, if you don't know someone that well, it's incredibly easy to be fooled. And all of this together creates what's being called a deceitful mask. It's this front that people can put up, and it makes it nearly impossible to tell what's really going on inside them. And here's the kicker: the real consequence of wearing that mask. At the end of the day, the person who gets hurt the most isn't the one being fooled. It's the person wearing it. I mean, they're literally fighting against who they really are. All right, but that's how we see others. What happens when we turn the spotlight around and look at ourselves? Well, that's when the story completely changes. See, when it comes to ourselves, there's no hiding. We know if we're putting on a mask. We are the ones behind the wheel. We know exactly what we're trying to do, what we're struggling with, and when we succeed. We've got full control. But let's be real, having that control isn't always easy. It's got two sides to it. You've got the struggle, right? It takes serious effort, it takes time, especially if you're stuck in a routine. But then there's the reward. And wow, is it worth it? Being in control and actually seeing yourself change is one of the best feelings there is. And that really gets to the core of it, doesn't it? When you get right down to it, we are the only ones truly in control of our own destiny. Nobody else can do it for us. That power, and yeah, that responsibility, it's all on us. So, this leads us to probably the most important part of this whole conversation: the choice. The choice that all this control actually forces us to make. You see, having all this control is kind of a double-edged sword. Because if you have the power to change your life, you also have the power to do absolutely nothing. The power to grow is also the power to just stay put. And that choice puts two paths in front of us. On one side, you've got what's described as bathing in mud. It's the easy route, it feels good right now, but you're not going anywhere. On the other side, you can reach for greatness. And yeah, it's hard, it's a struggle, but it's way more interesting, and the results, they actually last. And hey, let's be honest with ourselves. There's a reason a lot of people choose the mud. Striving for something more is hard. It means getting uncomfortable. And frankly, a lot of us just decide, nah, I'm good right here. So where does that choice, mud or greatness, actually lead us in the end? Well, it leads to our legacy. It determines the footprints we leave behind, and it reveals who we really are at our core. You know, there's a really great way to think about this. True change, it's kind of like an onion. It's not about putting new layers on top of yourself. It's about peeling back all the stuff that's built up over time. You know, the habits, the fears, the things other people expect of you. And when you do that, you get to find this incredible glowing core inside, the real you that's been there the whole time. So in that way, change isn't about inventing a new person. It's about discovering the person you already are. Which brings us to this final, really powerful thought. As the saying goes, some footprints last longer than the shoes that made them. The choices you make, the person you uncover, that is your legacy. That's the stuff that sticks around.
So, as we wrap this up, the real question isn't just, do people change? It's, what kind of mark are you going to make? Because the power is all yours. So, what footprints will you leave?